Hey YouTube, hey, heading out to the lease and gonna put up a new Browning camera I just got. It is the 2019 Dark Ops Apex, and we're going back in these woods back here. This is in South Texas. So you basically turn off this gravel road and go back into the woods. Sorry, that jingling around is my Yeti cup in the cup holder. All right. This spot is an old pioneer homesteading site. It was the home of Thomas Jackson, who died at the Alamo. And you can't tell, but this is like this big ridge we're on, and below the ridge is where they would have their fields growing corn. And the Guadalupe River is like 500 yards that way. Anyway, we're always getting big bucks traveling up through here, through this ridge, and I'm really excited about this Apex camera, and I'll show you why. All right, so I just opened up Apex. We're here in the woods, and I have a Strike Force Apex, and I have loved it. And this camera, when the Apexes first came out, the Dark Ops wasn't quite ready yet. They were working on the flash. That's what I was told when I called them up. I said, hey, I want to buy an Apex Dark Ops. And they're like, Strike Force is ready, but we're still working on the Dark Ops. I said, okay, great. Anyway, what I like about these cameras is they don't have the goofy live view screen. And, you know, I've seen some camera reviews where people are like, oh, I love the live view screen. Anyway, I think the live view screen really reduces the battery life. And when you think about it, those live view screens are about the size of a postage stamp. And usually in real world application, when you're setting up in the woods, you don't really get the best view out of it. No one ever really reviews their images on the live view screen. And so you just want something that's going to be visible, especially in the sun. Here in Texas, I'm always coming to these trail cameras that have a live view screen. In the lower right corner in fine print, that's where it shows the indicator of if you put your card in, you know, whether there's a card error, or it shows you, you know, how many available images you have. And on those live view screens, it's extremely difficult to read that. But on this type of screen, it's different. I'm gonna load this up with some batteries real quick and show y'all what the prompts look like, and then we're gonna go hang it on a tree. It takes 6 AA's. It's got an external port for an external battery pack, SD card slot. The button pops out to pop out the tray. It's got the 1/4 by 20 threads. It's got the teeth on the back. Pipe through security. I like the camo case on it. I love how small this guy is. Look at it compared to my fist. Let's see, it's advertising 18 megapixel pictures, 80-foot adjustable night illumination, 80-foot motion range, 0.22 second trigger. That's unbelievable. Remember those $600 Reconyx cameras from like 10 years ago that had like a half-second trigger? And think about it, this camera's like 150 bucks. Actually, you know, it was $179, I believe. It's got the time-lapse mode, 8 rapid-fire pictures. Let's look at the video. So the video is 900 by 1600, so it's not 1080. It says HD video sound. Perfect for security and surveillance. It's typical Browning features. Just hopped up a little bit on the megapixel in the video. All right, just loaded this camera up with some high quality batteries. I'm going to show you all what this menu looks like in a moment. I do want to just make a quick reference that people who are not familiar with my videos, y'all should totally buy one of these. It's these, I use an iPhone. It's one of these iPhone card readers, and it allows me when I'm in the field, when I pop out my cards, to put them in this guy. Well, anyway, hard to do that one-handed, but this way I can put in my card into this device, put it in the bottom of my camera, and totally look at my images or save my images to my phone, and that way I only really need to have one card on me. And it typically works best if your iPhone has at least 10 gigs free of memory when you're doing it. That way it reads the images really fast and quick. So one thing I noticed about this card is that it goes in such a way that the card faces you. Sometimes on these older cameras that Browning had, the card was backside when you put it in. So I like that. And the reason why I like it is because the cards all have a little tiny fingernail spot on the front. And so when the cards mount front facing, you can get your finger in there if you need to pull it out like it's sticking for any reason, but it's not sticking on this one. All right, so we're turning this on. You can see where it says this is a 16 gig card. It shows it's got a full tank of juice. I like that the date starts off as 2019 because this is a 2019 camera. And today is September the 20th of 19. So this is what it would look like if you open up the camera. You would see the images available, 4,990, and how many have been taken. And that's what I'm talking about in the difference between this type of screen and the live view screen. This way, you know, you come up to the camera, it's been on in the woods, you cut it off, you cut it back on, it's like a bright sunny day, and you're like, those are the things I need to see. What is it set for? How much battery is in there, and how many images. So kudos to Browning for making a top performance black flash camera, or what seems like it'll be a top performance black flash camera with that type of information on there. So let's go walk it down this trail real quick, and we're gonna find a spot back in these woods to mount it on, and then I'm gonna wait to post this video until I actually get some video clips recorded, which will be at the end of this video review you're watching. Okay, before we head out real quick, I just want to show some of the things this camera comes with. Obviously, it comes with a little box, this little case, it comes with a manual, it comes with this tree strap cord. It's a 60-inch cord. One thing I've really liked about these cords is the clasp on it is the exact same clasp they use on World War II Willis Jeeps. So that's of note. And one thing I want to show you also real quick is I really have enjoyed the programming in this camera, just how clicky these buttons are. They have a really nice, clicky, tactile feel. And one of the things is like in setting, for example, the time, I'm going to go here to where it's 42 minutes. You know, in the past on cameras, if you, let's say you wanted to go down to 10 a.m. or something, 10 a.m., you're having to push each time. Well, on this one, you can just hold it down. And see that it buzzes down there really quick, which is just a nice touch. I mean, it's actually 9:43 a.m. at the moment, so I'm just going to zip back to that. Dial it in, hit OK. And anyway, there you go. Tactile feel, really good display screen to work with on here. I mean, if this takes videos like my Strike Force Apex has been taking, then this guy is probably going to be my go-to camera. I really like the Recon Forest, but they're bigger, they cost more money, and this guy's so tiny. I know it's going to hide on a tree well. I love this breakup over the black flash array. Really sharp looking little dude. And another thing I liked about it is the weatherproof seal. Goes around the base here, and it closes in such a way that when it rains, the water's not going to be seeping in. It looks real weather tight and sturdy. All right, let's get it on a tree. All right, walking down this trail right here, I'll tell you that a couple of springs ago, I heard a little rustle coming from this patch of prickly pear up here. And would you believe that I looked down and there was a 6-foot long diamondback rattlesnake right there, and scared the daylights out of me. And, you know, like they say, when you see a guy like that, they're usually going the other way, and they were. So I always carry my little shotgun pistol with me, and one of these, my Ontario machete. If you've never seen these, get on Amazon and look them up. They're like 22 bucks. I've wrapped mine in paracord, and it's been great for all sorts of defense and knocking down whatever you see come your way. So this is this trail junction I like to have a camera at. All sorts of creatures are always coming up through here. And this is where I have my Strike Force Apex. The Strike Force version, the red glow version of this camera. This camera's been out a couple months and phenomenal. And by having this camera here, I've noticed get tons of animals coming through this trail right here to here. But where we're also getting a ton is right here. They're squirting right through here. And they come down here and they come out of here. And the Strike Force is getting them, but just from the edge. That Strike Force Apex is right here, see? So I'm gonna get this guy on a tree. Somewhere in here. And you know what, normally I was looking at the flash exposures on here. There's long range, or what's called power save. I'm actually gonna set it for power save because it's gonna be so tight where I have it in there. All right, let's see what we get right here. So the camera's mounted here at an angle like this. And there's that trail that goes out to that junction out there. Now, I do realize it's best to get, for the PIR, the passive infrared sensor, to get animals going across it as opposed to right into it. But it looks like they may be coming down here right in front of it. They may be coming right down here. And this could turn out to be a real honey hole. We're gonna come right up to it. You can see what I'm talking about. So you got right on the tree. We open it up, we turn it on. There we go. 319 images available, or 318 images available on that 16 gig SanDisk card. Full battery tank. Got it latched shut. It's on the tree. We're in deep, thick post oak and mesquite. And the benefit for y'all watching this is the videos of animals start right now.